Welcome to 5 goal setting activities. Goal setting is something that many creative entrepreneurs talk about but never achieve. That is, they set goals and promptly go off on tangents, which has the result of keeping them stuck. It's like being on an exercise bike, you pedal furiously but always stay in the same spot. Others have trouble identifying goals in the first place and never even seem to start moving towards their ultimate purpose. Whether you're having trouble identifying your goal or reaching it, you're most likely here because you feel stalled or stuck. I'm going to introduce to you 5 goal setting activities with the potential to help you move forward again with confidence without even focusing on goal setting itself. One of the reasons people run into trouble with goal setting and staying the course, goals are highly personal. You should never feel you have to fit your goals into another person's definition of success, especially within your own niche. Copy someone else and you lose your own unique selling proposition. You diffuse what's special about you. No wonder moving forward becomes less joyous. Sometimes we feel such peer pressure that even we are afraid to admit what our goal is for fear of disapproval. What's really sad is that we are afraid to admit it to ourselves. Plus, all too often, goal setting feels like work. For creative entrepreneurs, deadlines and to do lists equal drudgery and makes setting and achieving goals something to be avoided. Yet, moving forward on a consistent basis is absolutely necessary if we want to reach our loftiest goals. An Olympic athlete may be doing what he loves when he's training for a grueling triathlon, but keep in mind that he does not like the feeling of almost drowning as his coach sends him back into the pool for 20 more laps. An Olympic triathlete talks about pain caves and is no stranger to hyperthermia, hair raising crashes with other cyclists, muscle cramps, the feeling that his lungs have just been seared raw, and the genuine possibility of death. The serious triathlete drinks 2 glasses of water to 1 glass of wine at parties, if he drinks at all, and drinks several glasses more water or nibbles celery sticks before sitting down for the family holiday feast. It's just the fact he expects to beg, borrow, or pay for temporary training space in a nearby facility, no matter where he is or how off duty, even when he's on vacation. One triathlete described training as 30% boredom, 65% absolute misery, and 5% euphoria. Not one triathlete ever reached his or her goal by creative techniques alone. No one ever sat there and meditated a win. However, an ever growing number of Olympic hopefuls do use creative visualization, meditation, and other mindset techniques, along with the hard mechanics of training, and that's worth paying attention to. So, which type of creative entrepreneur are you? Are you all disciplined, pushing your way dodgily towards the goal and hating every minute with the dedication of an Olympic triathlete? Or do you endlessly read books and take courses about the law of attraction while listening to ambient music but never get around to working on your goal? So, set specific milestones on your way to your next big goal, but balance your business habits and routines with creative goal setting techniques that move you forward. Balance the doing with the thinking and the action with the faith. And reaching your goals has become so crushing chore, change things up a bit. Time to ease up on the tunnel vision if your goal focused that can actually tire you and get in the way. If you're too all over the place creatively and never make progress, then this is definitely for you. So let's get started on the 5 creative tools which can make reaching your goal inspiring again. With a vision board, you can do, be, and achieve anything. Be as creative as you like with colorful photos of exotic vacation, fancy cars, dream houses, and more. Rework your vision board as often as you want and keep it on display as a constant reminder of the life and business you're working towards. The same goes for creating vision boards. No one technique is better, just whatever method is most comfortable and inspiring for you. The same also goes for content. Your vision board can contain photos of real objects, events, places, and even people, or abstract graphics with colors that inspire you. Add quotes, affirmations, your kids' drawings, napkins from amazing restaurants you want to get back to, taken from your trip there 2 years earlier. Even bits of bling, if that's meaningful to you. Depending on whether you like to work digitally or not, you can create the type of board that works for you for your own favorite way of collecting memories and dreams. So, we're going to take a look at a few of them. A physical board. The low tech option involves hanging or installing a corkboard in your home office where you can see it at all times. Print out photographs and images or cut them out from magazines and add them to your vision board whenever you come across a new image that inspires you. If you think sculpturally, so that mementos and tokens, you can hold them in your hand, have a great deal more meaning to you rather than flat images, you can use an inexpensive shadow box. This is an attractive and practical way for you to display objects such as pieces of beach glass you picked up, a dried flower with a sentimental significance, a photo of your someday dream house, even one of the candies you got at that dream restaurant on that memorable vacation. 3D tangible objects have a powerful meaning when used in vision boards. Unlike photographs, they are not just representations, they are real. They engage not just your eyes, but your senses. You can pick up that piece of sea glass and know that once you pick it up, if you recall the memory, you can smell the salt air again and feel the warmth of the sun and the freshness of the wind from that particular day. Memories like that make it easier to visualize a future where you return for good, for example. You can also combine technology and the physical by using digital photo frame. Store your inspirational photos in the frame and have a rotating display 24/7 of the things you plan to achieve, create, and add to your life. The advantage of rotating images rather than static images, there is an immediacy that prevents you from zoning out entirely and getting used to the display. You no longer see it, which can sometimes become a drawback if you use static vision boards. You can glance up and find yourself looking at that dream house on the coast, and 10 minutes later, glance up and see, that office furniture you'd like to put in your expanded home office one day. Read your favorite mantra displayed on the screen, or find yourself at the foot of a forest hike surrounded by alpine wildflowers. And Pinterest boards are options too. You can add to them very easily within Pinterest. In fact, Pinterest will suggest boards and images to you. They recently added a whole lot of features to make using the platform even more accessible and more relevant, so take advantage of it and upgrade to a business account if haven't done so already. You also see Pinterest vision boards are all over the map when it comes to approaches, moods, and learning styles. You can see them from business focused, spiritually inspired, nature inspired, music themed, family focused, lifestyle, design, and even how to create vision boards, and many, many more. You can also decide whether you need to have your board to be secret so that it's only seen by you, or make it more accountable to and share it with the world. When you create a board on Pinterest, it's public by default. So if you want it to be a secret, be sure to go into your settings and select that option. The type of vision board you create is limited only by your imagination. So if vision boards haven't worked for you before, I hope that this option we've looked at are kind of sparking some new ideas and inspiration for you. Sometimes it isn't even the board itself that doesn't work for you, it's where you place it. So if you find you never have time to look at it in your whole office, move it to the breakfast nook or your bedroom or even your bathroom if you would find it most relaxing and inspiring looking at, from the blissful peace of a scented bubble bath. Give this inspirational goal setting aid another chance. Put real thought into not only what goes onto your vision board, but which type of board would be your most engaging choice. Some of the most successful entrepreneurs, including myself, make regular use of journaling as a goal setting activity. Again, you could try different formats of journaling, digital, like in Microsoft Word, using an app, and so forth. But no matter what type of journal you create, It works best when you do it regularly and in longhand. Countless experts warn the dying art of cursive writing in the modern age. The physical act of linking your thoughts to making meaningful symbols on a page reinforces the message on both physical and psychological level. It builds fine motor skills, and the fact that your brain has to coordinate important thoughts with action makes it easier to retain what you write about. Copy pasting from a screen requires no engagement and no effort. Grab, lift, drop, and you're done. But if you're a tactile learner, if you're a creative person with a strong intuitive artistic side, you probably know this already. You're the one who delights in the feel of well designed pen, loves the smell of ink, and the textures of good paper. Add a physical notebook that speaks to the nature of your dream, and you're ready to journal. If your goals are business and focused, and the best option for you might be luxurious leather-bound journal. If you're all about spiritual and finding your heart's core message and visual inspire you more than anything else, a beautiful journal enhanced by graphics and colors and images will probably your choice. Amazon has a fantastic selection of journals with almost every sort of imagery or color palette, so make browsing through their creative journals a fun afternoon off from work. And let's not forget our local stores and stationery and business supplies businesses. You might find amazing treasures when you go exploring there. And you could also combine imaginative and symbolic images with a tactile luxury in leather by purchasing this Tree of Life journal. And if you're a busy entrepreneur on the go, with only moments snatched here and there to think and dream and plan, even a small notebook tucked in the pocket of your purse can prove the most valuable journal type of all. If you're strictly digital, use apps to help you journal. But do try longhand journaling. Engage your senses and see how fulfilling it can be. If you're convinced that meditation isn't for you, that in itself can be a strong sign that you need to slow down and smell the roses. It's easier to dream when your mind isn't filled with clutter. And the best way to clear away the daily detritus is through meditation. Don't try to force yourself to actually visualize your goals during your meditation session. Instead, use the time to clear your thoughts so you can make room for those big dreams. Meditation goes way beyond pleasant self indulgence. Medical studies have actually proved it has profound life changing benefits in both physical and psychological health. And that's not even touching the increases in brain clarity, sharpness, and alertness. I'm going to share with you a link to an article, 20 Scientific Reasons to Start Meditating Today. It was published in Psychology Today, and it's an important article because for each single benefit, the author provides a link to primary medical scientific study. This isn't just someone's personal opinion. Her statements are backed up with pure proven scientific fact. Some of the health benefits cited in the article is that you will have better sleep, decreased depression and anxiety, reducing pain, boosting your immune system, reducing inflammation at a cellular level. And there's more. Not only more health benefits, but the article provides studies that meditation can also create emotional and psychological effects such as increase in productivity, improve memory, helps you think outside the box, even increases positive emotion. And each one of these is backed up by actual studies. So be sure to check that article out. You don't have to be of any specific religion to meditate. In fact, you don't even need to be religious at all, though many people say it's a significant enhancement to their faith. It's just a way of stilling your body and mind and letting the creative energy of the universe get you back in harmony with yourself and with life. Meditation also has one other important benefit: it helps human beings breathe better. And you'll find multiple scientific studies to support what I just said. Like, there's a really remarkable study at Wiley Online Library proving that deep breathing actually decreases post traumatic stress disorder, which is one of the most difficult to treat conditions. So, if you do nothing else, if you do not want to haul off to yoga and meditation class, then get into the habit of stopping for a few minutes. at least 3 or 5 times a day, and breathing correctly for a few counts. Let's talk about mind mapping. There's much to be said for a few hours spent brain dumping, and a mind map is a perfect tool for that. The idea is simple. Just dump whatever's on your mind onto paper, then organize it into related concepts and projects. The beauty of mind mapping is that it's not limited to one specific learning style. You can find mind mapping tools for left brain thinkers, right brain thinkers, text learners, visual learners, monotaskers, multitaskers. Let's take a look at a few different types of mind mapping tools. iMindMap would be perfect for team accessing a board since it allows for several different types of learning styles. You can add images, video, and audio files as well as straight mind map diagrams. You can change the style of the mind maps to suit a more textual business display or simple bright visual display. Plus, it's endorsed personally by the man who invented mind mapping, Tony Buzan. SpiderScribe has a drawing mode. It's highly shareable if you want to share, plus, it allows you to add geographical location, maps, and events. It's one of the most customizable maps out there. Simple Mind? This is the ideal Google mobile app for textual thinkers. If you like connecting ideas verbally with a minimum of visual information, you can't beat this for easiness of use. Poplet? At the opposite end of scale, this is the most highly visual mind mapping app, but it's equally simply to use. If you're someone who is affected positively by colors or like color coding, this is most likely the mind mapping software for you. Plus, it's available as an app from the App Store. MindNode is the perfect app for those who need help with their brainstorming. It's specifically for Mac, and it also offers smart layout, meaning it automatically arranges all of your elements on the screen. If you add or subtract more map points, drag and drop captures from other apps into your map, add images, links, and more. There are loads more mind mapping tools nowadays. XMind, Coggle, Text to Mind Map, FreeMind, and the list goes on. Find the mind mapping tool and method that works best for you and put them to use in your goal setting activities and planning. And we're here at the very last one. Attend a goal setting workshop. Sometimes what we really need is a community. When we're surrounded by like minded entrepreneurs who are all have similar ambitions, it can really open your eyes to what's possible. Working on goal setting with others brings ideas out into the light. Sometimes all you need to do is speak something to another peer to realize it's going to work or not going to work, spark ideas how it would work, and more. Plus, other set of eyes and ears are priceless when it comes to giving real feedback from people who likely know or are your own target audience. They often have ideas to share, things you might never have thought of. Plus, you'll make valuable peer connections for future collaborations. Many a workshop attendees has ended up with powerful joint ventures partners in that way. You get to know each other, how each other think and work, and no amount of research on paper is going to give you those invaluable insights. If you can find a local one, by means, go do that. Give it a shot. Actually, being in a room with people, fellow entrepreneurs of your own community, gives you the start of support network that it's hard to beat. Failing that, you can join them online. Many use platforms such as Zoom, and you can create intimate workshops where you can all see each other on screens and communicate in real time. Make it even more straightforward and add to a Facebook group. Enhance the experience and the professional quality. By live streaming with the aid of the right apps, there are great article by Michael Stelzner of Social Media Examiner, Live Video Tools, the best apps for going live, detailing the pros and cons of several of the most reliable ones. And finally, there's one more important reason to consider attending a goal setting workshop. They are a hella fun. They're stimulating, encouraging, and inspiring, and you go away much richer in experience and inspiration than when you started. All of these goal setting techniques we've discussed today are equally great. But the biggest takeaway to consider is that no tool will ever work until you put some of that action into it that we talked about at the beginning of the video. On top of your visions and inspirations, you need to commit and invest time, no matter how small a unit. And it's better to invest a small amount of time faithfully every day than attack your goals in a hit and miss spurts. with long periods of distraction in between. So be sure to schedule time for brainstorming, time for mindset work, and time for meditation, creative time. It's the best way to solve the disconnect between dreaming and achieving. Action and vision have to work hand in hand, and I hope at least one of these tools we've looked at will help you put it all together. Let me tell you about my new program for those who are ready for a goal setting bootcamp. It's 4 lesson training, complete with workbook that includes the checklist you need. This training will walk you in detail through the setting goals that excite you. It's 4 lesson training, complete with workbook that includes the checklist you need. This training will walk you in detail through setting goals that excite you. So be prepared to roll up your pants and jump into the water. But don't worry, you'll have lots of help and guidance, even though you're going to be the one making all the choices. And here's what we'll cover in each lesson. Lesson 1: create your goal setting plan. The objective is to create a rock solid foundation for your goals. Grow your business, grow your income. Specific growth goals and how to do it right. Live your best life. Walk in the walk between business and dream goals. And make the world a better place. Dare to dream big so you can joyfully help those you love. And if you're ready to learn how to get past all roadblocks and eliminate them once and for all, narrow down your goals and plan a life you can believe in, transform your routine and habits with guilt, stress, or pain, then join me in the From Dreamer to Doer goal setting bootcamp. During these 4 lessons,